We're at the front entrance of Slippery Rock Area High School. Yeah, I am a student here. I'm a freshman.
Tell us your name.
Jacob Miller.
Say it like it's not a question.
Jacob Miller.
I'm Sean Beeching. I'm the director of this. I also go to Slippery Rock High School, and I went into this kind of not knowing what I wanted to say or what message I wanted to portray. And as we continue filming, it's becoming more and more apparent that the student populace doesn't really know what they want.
We're more rested, so the school gets better test scores.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yes.
Can you cite some sort of study that would?
At an early age, you have to make the student grasp the full.
And so I think it's very hypocritical of students to come to school and say, things are being handled the wrong way, education isn't effective, especially when, so many students know so little about how education is carried out. So I guess what I'm trying to go for now with this is, displaying in a way what can be done to help schools.
Tell us what you're doing right now.
Looking up American Education Association to see if we can contact anybody that could tell us more about the education system.
What specifically?
Right now we're trying to call some state representatives and ask them how budget cuts are affecting the current state of public education. We just tried to call Jared Gibbons, who was not available, which is very reasonable because it's Sunday afternoon.
Professor Slippery Rock.
There we go.
Please leave your message for...
We're filming a documentary about education, and we wanted to know if you had some things you wanted to say.
Regarding what aspects of education?
Well, it's come to our attention that recently budget cuts have severely impacted the way that schools are able to educate their students. We wanted to know if you had anything to say about that.
Absolutely. Budget cuts have impacted how schools do everything, from prepare meals to educate students to run sports and music programs. Absolutely. The devastation continues. It is nationwide. It is coast to coast. It is all across the frequency spectrum. Now, if people want high quality education, they're simply going to have to agree to pay for it. It's an investment in the future.
Miller, I need you to look up what the Pennsylvania test standards are.
Oh,
hang on. This is compared to state average, right? This isn't.
Yeah.
Find out what the state requirements are.
Yeah.
But it says, according to the federal No Child Left Behind Act, students must be 100% proficient in reading and math by 2014.
From the least recent to most recent, we had in 2009 61, 2010 61, 2011 59, in 2012 we jumped to 81, and the state average for math was 60%.
So for science and reading, we're hovering around 60%. Math, we're up on the rise somehow, but we were, up until recently, still hovering around 60%.
But looking at the rest of the state average, I mean, the state's just nowhere near getting 100%.
So as a whole, we're clearly not doing as good as we should be. And until you create a situation where you can get those things back on track, I don't think Slippery Rock's going to get higher test scores, and consequently, I don't think we're going to get higher federal funding, because that the way you get funding is you have higher test scores. So, and we can't get better teachers until we have higher funding to hire them with. It's the way we are now, and it's not looking like that's going to change soon unless something dramatic happens. So there you go.